Hey guys, Joe here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on the Montbell Versalite rain jacket and rain pants, which I recently picked up. Because I've been hiking more and more often as time goes on and venturing out into longer hikes and even through hikes now, I've been slowly upgrading all of my equipment to Ultralight to make it more comfortable for me when I'm hiking, carrying less weight on the back, still carrying all the essential gear but less weight. So I've been swapping that out, and it's also easier on the body as well. Easier on my knees, easier on my back. Obviously you need rain gear to keep yourself dry when you're on the trail, and in past I've had the Cedar Summit poncho tarp, which has worked really well. It literally covers me right down to my knees and my backpack as well. It covers my whole backpack, doubles up as a tarp. There's all these little tie points around it so I can stretch it out and use it as a tarp, as I have done so in past. Really good bit of kit, packs down reasonably small, weighs about 460 grams, 450, 460 grams, so a little bit heavy, but it is thick and durable, and it's worked a real treat. Prior to that, I've used my Salawar rain jacket and windproof jacket. I've had this thing here. I purchased it in 1998, so 2022, do the math. This jacket is awesome. It breathes well, it's got heaps of pockets, it keeps me completely dry, protects me from the wind, the elements. Love this jacket. The only thing is it weighs about 650 grams, so it is on the heavier side. So like I said, I've been upgrading all my gear, and the Montbell Versalite rain jacket and rain pants are the most recent updates. When it arrived in the post, in the mail, my first impression was this thing is so thin. I mean, it's paper thin. It's ridiculous thin. I mean, if I stretch it out, you can almost see through it. It's, well, not really, but like it's really, really thin. I mean, it's really light, but really thin. And I thought, is this going to work? Is it going to protect me from the wind? Is it going to protect me from the rain? More on that in a moment. But let's get into the jacket itself. So this is an extra large. I usually wear size large, but I purchased my rain gear a size up to cover all my layers, and this has done so well. Cool thing is there's so many adjustment points. Let me whack this on. So thin, gotta be careful not to tear it. That's another thing. But as you can see, fits well. Zip, you've got this bit of material behind as well to stop the wind getting through, and water, as well as the zip. It is a waterproof zipper. Zips right up, covers the mouth, covers the neck, offers protection there. The hood comes up and over. Let's see, where are you? Nicely, I probably should have adjusted that first. You can fit your cap in here easily and have a bonnet popping out. There's adjustment points, so you've got two here which tighten up around the face. Okay, it brings it right down. You've got one on the back here, on the back of the head. Pull it back, pulls it up off your face. You can tighten up around the wrist, loosen or tighten it up. You've got a Velcro strap there, so you can adjust that around the wrist. This is a funny one. I'll just move back from the camera. Underneath, here's your adjustments for the waist, but they're actually in your pocket. There's a bit of material in your pocket, sorry, a bit of draw cord, and you pull that and it tightens up the waist. So you can tighten up your waist by keeping your hands in your pocket and just pulling on the cord there, which is really cool. There's plenty of places where you can cinch it down to make it really comfortable to fit. Awesome there, Montbell, top marks. You've also got these pit zips which go all the way down. I mean, that's huge, big opening, lets plenty of air ventilation in on both sides. No complaints there. No complaints there at all. Now let me take this off because it's doing well. The jacket pocket zips are also waterproof. They have a nice little bit of material covering the top where the zip locks into, just to ensure no water gets in there. But pockets, good zips, good quality material. So it seems to be a good quality jacket, and there's plenty of adjustment. Happy with all of that. Inside your jacket there's also a little hoop there, which is nice. You can hang it up if you need to dry it off. You can see everything's seam sealed. Okay, everything's all nice and seam sealed to get maximum protection from water and wind also as well. It rolls up quite nicely, quite compact. I mean, I'm just scrunching this up now, but I mean, you can scrunch it right up to fit almost in the palm of your hand. I mean, really small. And it comes in its own little stuff sack. You've got a little stuff sack to put it in. Same with the rain pants. So packs down really small, extremely light. I'll get into specs in a moment, but it is a great bit of kit. So the rain pants, also purchased those in a larger size than I usually would. So these are these are an extra large as well. So the pants themselves, made of the same material, very thin material. Down the bottom of the cuffs you do have this draw cord, which is actually elastic, so maybe you can, I'm not sure what you can do with that, to be honest. It's just a small bit of elastic. Some adjustment, maybe you can stretch it up and over your shoe or something. I'm not too sure at all. Anyway, the pants themselves, pretty self-explanatory. They just literally go straight over your trousers, come down over the top of your boots. There's no pockets in your trousers, just to try and minimize weight. Getting into some specs now, the Montbell Versalite jacket weighs in at 182 grams. Reading off the Montbell website, the Versalite jacket is an ultralight rain shower with Gore-Tex Infinite Windstopper membrane and pit zips to deliver excellent waterproofing, breathability and ventilation. It's a seam sealed jacket, fully waterproof, packs down nice and small. That's me, that's not the website, but it does say it's super packed. And it is. It's a 2-layer Gore-Tex Infinite Windstopper fabric, a 10 denier ballistic all-right ripstop nylon, finished with a DWR coating. Now with the DWR coating, that's something you may need to recoat over time. If you use your wet weather gear, after a while that coating starts to wear off and the water doesn't bead off your jacket as much, so you need to treat it by giving it a wash using DWR coating. Well, first you wash it, clean it, then wash it with DWR coating, and that will recoat the jacket, bring it back to that full water resistant, or given that coating which water just repels and beads off. So it's water resistant up to 30,000 millimeters. I don't exactly know how that works. The jacket is fully seam taped, waterproof and breathable, water resistant Aquatech zippers. Weighs in at 182 grams. There's a few other things in there, but the most important thing is it's waterproof, it's lightweight and breathable. So the Montbell Versalite pants, it's the same material as the jacket, comes in at 91 grams. So the combined weight of the jacket and pants comes in at under 280 grams. That is really light. Now, does it work? I had a chance to use it on a track which I had to bail on a few months back. It was raining, it was windy, very similar conditions than the one I did just last week. And 2/3 of the way around, had to abort. Probably the first time ever I had to abort a hike. It was a planned overnight hike. It was really windy. It was really rainy. The track was just slushy, covered in water, horrible conditions. I had a lightweight poncho on and literally got wet out. Water soaked through. I mean, it was that much rain. Clothes were all wet, hands were shaking, legs were shaking, feet were just squishing in water. Had to spend a night out there. Had to call it. I just could not stop shaking. Starting to worry about hypothermia, especially if I had to stay the night out there. So aborted. Now, intentionally did the same hike last week. Same conditions, very strong winds, over 90 kilometre gusts, really windy, rained. I hiked 9 kilometres in the rain, strong wind, about 3.5 hours, wearing the Montbell Versalite jacket and pants. They held up well. I stayed completely dry. The only thing was I did sweat in the jacket because I had a merino wool base layer, a hiking shirt, and then my jacket. I got warm, so I was sweating. That was one problem, trying to regulate that. I did open the pit zips, and that helped heaps. It made a big difference, but I was still a bit sweaty, so I don't know how you balance that out. That's probably something that every hiker needs to adjust or battles with in those conditions. But sweaty underneath, wind, I must say, for such a thin material, they did help a lot in giving me some protection from the wind. So if you do feel a little cold and it's really windy and you're in an exposed area, you could always add some more layers. I was okay, so I have to say that it did work for me. So what do I think of the Montbell Versalite rain jacket and pants? I love it. I think they're great. Montbell have done a great job in designing this equipment. It's very lightweight. I keep saying that, but it is, and it works extremely well. So what are the negatives? The negatives are price. I mean, very, very expensive. Jacket itself is $399 Australian dollars. Pants are 199 Australian dollars. That is a lot of money on a rain jacket and rain pants. You wouldn't be investing in that unless you're going to use them lots. So for me, it's a good investment, and it does what I'm looking for to do. Lighten my backpack, carry less weight, make it more enjoyable for me to hike, but without giving up the things that I require to keep me comfortable and safe. So jacket, pants, really good. Negative, very expensive. The other thing is very delicate, very thin. I found myself hiking very cautiously. I really believe this would be quite easy to rip, get snagged, especially walking through the Australian bush. You do have to bush bash sometimes. So I was really paranoid about ripping the jacket and pants, getting them caught on a stick or a branch, or that's the only other thing. I mean, the pants, I don't think I'd sit down on a rock or anything whatsoever. I believe, personally, I just fear that I'd rip them, getting them caught. And I think they'd rip because they're really, really thin. They're the only downfalls, in my opinion, personally. Price and very thin. But apart from that, do they work? Absolutely. Compact, lightweight, great features, plenty of adjustability. And as I said, I've tried it in horrible conditions, held up well. If you like this video, please remember to give us a big thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for future videos I put out there. Like always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Till next time, happy hiking.